Been putting on that maroon and gold cap, and Keith Patterson, who just made the announcement, back with us, linebackers and defensive special teams coach. And before we get into talking about the football skills, another great commitment in state.
No doubt. And, I think a lot of credit goes to Donnie Yanis, our recruiting coordinator. He's done a tremendous job, with the relationships that he's had over the year. Being a former high school coach just gives you an instant connection with local high school coaches, and it's been big this year.
All right, now let's talk about the football player.
Well, I can tell you from just watching tape on Tyler Johnson, Coach, I'm very excited about this guy. I know this guy is versatile, but just watching his tape, this guy played running back. He played wide receiver. He played tight end. He played defensive end. He even returned punts and kicks. What type of player are you having? I know you got to be excited about this guy.
No doubt about it. The night I watched him play, he played Wildcat quarterback and punted. He might have been the biggest punter in the state, but I tell you what, he's just extremely athletic for his size. I mean, he has tremendous size, athleticism. There's multiple positions that he can play, and I'm not sure, on both sides of the ball. But, we're really excited about Tyler and glad that he chose to stay home, and, boy, he has a tremendous upside.
I'm watching some of the film of this, and it reminds me of what they say about baseball power hitters. When he hits a guy, the guy stays hit.
Yeah, again, the thing that is exciting about Tyler is, he's completely untapped. When he gets into a program and it's football year-round, I think the sky's the limit for Tyler. Again, tremendous athleticism for a guy his size.
This speaks to, and we talked about this earlier in other instances, Coach Graham has always been a teacher. This is a teaching staff, and you just talked about it, that we have a student athlete who's basically untapped, is the word you used. And that excites me to think about the teaching he's going to get here.
No doubt about it. In not only the teaching aspect, all of a sudden now it's the opportunity that he has to become a student of the game. And where, just the film study anymore and the access that our players have with the, iPads and the ability to watch film is so much easier than what it was 10, 15 years ago.
Oh, big time.
It's changed the game. And, that's where when you take someone that has the athleticism of Tyler and now you couple that with, now I'm learning and studying opponent film. I'm studying things that I do and crafting your own skill. It's really exciting to see where he's going to go.
In relation to that, when a defensive player, a student athlete, makes the transition to Division I college football, what's the first thing that coaches want him to learn about in relation to studying D1 offenses?
I think number one is the philosophy, and not just the philosophy, but the terminology. It's overwhelming. Where, you're going to play multiple fronts. There's going to be multiple coverages, multiple adjustments, and what you see from offenses is going to be a little bit more complex. So therefore, I think the biggest thing is understanding and defining who we are as a defense, and then learning that new language. Even though it might be in the same front you played in high school, it's just a different term, and you get used to hearing those terms. I think that's the biggest thing, and then again, you just got to start studying and learning how to watch film. A lot of times young guys will just watch the ball; they just watch the play instead of truly watching, the beginning of the play and their technique and their on-snap footwork.
That's what the fans get to watch the ball. The players have to watch something else.
So, Coach, you guys have got signatures from Doug Subtile, from Kyle Swoley, and now Tyler Johnson. Just knowing now you're going to have these guys at your disposal, how do you think you're going to use all three of these guys? And when it comes to depth, is it going to add a lot of depth, actually?
Well, yeah, sure it does. Because, again, the last four guys I've talked about, the one thing that keeps coming up with all of them is the term versatile. They can play multiple positions. They're athletic enough. They're rangy enough to do that. And that's what's going to be exciting here over the next couple of weeks, sitting down with Phil and how do they fit into Phil's scheme and system, and where do they, where can we put all the pieces of the puzzle together? And that's going to be the fun part about it, because I do think that we've improved our depth. I like where we are as a force and unit. I think we've done a great job meeting some needs in the back end, creating competition there as well. So look forward to see how it all goes together this spring.
Yes, sir.
And That also sparks a thought on my mind. All football teams over the course of a season are going to have injuries. You've got to plug players into different spots. And when you say the word versatile, boy, that really helps out when you have to move players around.
Well, and not only in the injury situation, but also if you look at the game, you know, the different sub packages and situational defense where you might be a linebacker on base downs, you might be up rushing the passer on passing downs. So when you got those type of kids who are able to cover, make plays in space, and then all of a sudden they can move up to the line of scrimmage and impact the quarterback, that's going to make us that much better defensively.
Well, another great addition to the defensive roster. Coach, we really appreciate it, and I have a feeling we'll probably see you again before the day's over.
I think that's it.
Yeah,
we're on a roll on the defensive side.
Well, and if there's somebody else that comes up and you just want to come in and kind of just cut into his time, feel free.
I think I'm going to go work out.
Okay. We never said anything about you gaining weight, Coach.
Yeah, we didn't tell
Keith
nobody.
Patterson with us. Now, there's another video.